Hello Bookish friends, because there are 5 Sundays in October and there were spare Sunday for an extra video. I thought I could do the ranking of Bridgerton series by Julia Quinn, which I finished the main books last month in September, and share my brief thoughts about each book and why I rank them accordingly. In the family of Bridgertons, there are 8 siblings, and of course there are 8 books belonging to each sibling. And I rated the books in the series ranging from 6 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. The book that I rated the lowest was first book in the series, which was The Duke and I. Although I really liked the Julia Quinn's writing style and her way of storytelling, I really did not like the couple in this book, and I thought their problems and the things that they did to each other should not have been so easily forgiven, in my opinion, of course. I have to say I did not feel anything when Daphne and Simon got together in the end and had their happy ending. I did not care about them. But in this book, I really grown fond of the family and their scenes, as well as Julia Quinn's writing style, as I mentioned before. I gave The Duke and I 6 out of 10. And I heard that the next books did not have such problems, so I decided to continue with the series. As a side note, I watched the first season of Bridgerton, which focused on this couple, and I liked this couple much more in the series. Although I still had some problems with their relationship, I thought it was handled much better in the TV series. And the book on the 7th place was the last book in the series, which was On the Way to the Wedding. This is the love story of Gregory and Lucy. I really liked the first half of the book. And if somebody had told me that this book would rank so low when compared to the other books, when I was about 60% of the book, I would have said, what are you talking about? But after 60%, the story got unnecessarily dramatic. And there were some scenes, I think, which were meant to be funny, but I did not find them funny. Also, although I wanted them to be together, of course, the ending sort of disappointed me. There were so many things that bothered me in the second half. Although they were minor details, it really decreased my enjoyment of reading this book. I gave On the Way to the Wedding a 7 out of 10. As for the next 2 books, I had hard time deciding which I liked better. If I had done the ranking in another day, I could have changed their position, but right now the book on the 6th place is When He Was Wicked. This is Francesca's story. Romance of a woman who has been widowed, and she falls in love with her deceased husband's cousin. Although it felt a bit weird in the beginning, because their relationship developed so gradually, I've grown to like them as a couple. But because Francesca was so far away from her family and the story took place in Scotland, I really missed many of the scenes that were present in the other books with the Bridgertons siblings. So that was the main disadvantage of this book. I gave When He Was Wicked 7 out of 10. The next book, which has the 5th place, is An Offer from a Gentleman. This is actually the favorite of many of the readers in Goodreads. But I have to say, I liked it, but I didn't love the couple in this book because of Benedict's very selfish behavior in some parts of the book. Their meeting and their happy ending was very sweet, and I smiled a lot when I was reading the scenes where they were together and very happy. So this book also got 7 out of 10. Book on the 4th place is It's in His Kiss. This was Hyacinth's story with Garrett Sinclair, who was the grandson of Lady Danbury, who's my favorite character in the series actually. And the reason that this book is in a higher place than the other 3 books is just because there was so much Lady Danbury was present And I have to say, because Hyacinth was so much like Lady Danbury, and they talked about it a lot in the book, I also really did like Hyacinth. As I've said in the wrap-up, I gave the love story of this couple 7 out of 10, and I added an additional point just because of Lady Danbury's scenes. So it's 8 out of 10. We are coming to the first 3 books. The book on the 3rd place also got 8 out of 10 from me, which was Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. This is the story of Penelope and Colin, who were very much loved characters from the previous books. I continued to love Penelope in the book. I was a bit disappointed with Colin. He was a bit meh hero, but their love story and the progression of their relationship felt so natural. And there was a scene in which they talked about books, which was a joy to read for me. So I also really did enjoy their romance. I wish Colin had been a bit more impressive hero. Other than that, this book was really good. The book on the 2nd place is To Sir Philip with Love, the love story of Eloise, my favorite sibling, with Sir Philip, of course. And this is a single dad love story, and I really do have a soft spot for stories with single dads. And this time I think the children were portrayed quite accurately, not 100%, of course it's a romance book, but at least they were annoying, and this added to the story, which was, I think, a very clever plot idea for Julia Quinn, and the opposite characteristics of the couple really made it interesting to read. So it was a 9 out of 10 for me. My favorite book was actually the 2nd book, The Viscount Who Loved Me, which was Kate and Anthony's story. In all of the other books in the series, I had a sort of a favorite character among the couple, and one of them was not even the couple, Lady Danbury. But in this book, I think I liked Anthony and Kate the same. I felt very much invested in their emotional trauma. I wanted the best for both of them, which were each other. Their banter in the first half of the book was delightful to read, and after this banter, their emotional attraction to each other made me tear up in some sections, which actually does not happen in romance books. So I thought this was an exceptionally good romance story, and it is one of my 2 favorite romance books that I have read. That's why it got a 9 out of 10 from me. So this was my ranking of the books in Bridgerton series. Please comment down below. Have you read the Bridgerton series, of course, or any of the books in the series, and what do you think of them? If you have read the series, I really would like to know which was your favorite book. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, since there were 8 siblings in the Bridgertons family, I thought 8 should be the word of the day. 8 means 8 in Turkish, and 8 is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.